Namaste, welcome everyone to Satsang this morning. Good, nice group. Yo, you come please.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste.
I was watching yesterday one of your videos on YouTube, and afterwards, the Beyonce song popped up.
The who popped up?
Beyonce. Anyways.
Beyonce came?
Yes.
Oh.
And in the lyrics, something like "Destinies are coming." Stand up and fight. Go off the far off land and merge with the great I am. And I felt the song was speaking to me. All of it.
You just recited the quintessence of it for you?
Yes.
Can you say again what it is?
Stand up and fight and merge with the great I am.
Mm-hmm. Who is your enemy?
You have no enemy. I am my enemy.
You need to explain. I am my enemy, very few people would say. Because then further you say, now you must merge with the great I am. Is that a second I am? I am my enemy, then merge with the I am. How many I ams there are? I am my enemy, you must explain, so that we understand, what terminologies you're using, what they represent. So
Yes.
then we can clarify if that is possible.
When the you, when my you, I mean by consciousness, of course, that's giving the position that I am this person that is perceiving you, but when that flips sometimes, then I, the you, have no enemy. But in often the position that still is prevalent, which is the me, the person.
What about the one that has no enemies and no friends also? Is there such a one? Has no enemies but also no friends also? Can we come to this place? Is it possible? Is it meaningful? Desired even?
It's the only thing, right?
Where is it presently? How far? Because all journeys must have some distance. How far to this place? What is required to be here in this place? To go beyond enemies and friends. and also time. Do we have to go to imagination? Because today you must do it. You must be the proof that what I'm speaking is true. What my pointing is true. Otherwise, it's going to be tomorrow, and tomorrow is promised to nobody. If there is something to reach, a place within yourself to attain or to reach, what prevents you from being there? You said, you gave a hint, I am my own enemy. I am my own enemy. I could also put it, I'm in my own way. A great master says, I am the way. He says, I am the truth, and I am the life also. What GPS you need to be in this place? Before you even stood up, before you spoke also. Before words came, before thoughts came, you are there. When thoughts come, they did not hide you, if you know you. When thoughts go, it makes no change to that place. Have I gone ahead too far? Yo. Don't believe what your mind tells you. He wants to send you on a journey. He wants to send you on a journey to hear. In what direction first step will make. What is it that is really here? What does here mean? There means mind, and time, and distance. What does here mean? What is here? Is it a geographic location? What does here mean? Don't touch anything at all. Not even the sense I. Even this, if I can say. If you can hear when I say even, let not even I be touched. Okay, who am I speaking to also? See? Let not even I be touched. Don't raise I even before I. Language starts after I. Language begins after I. Duality emerges after I. So prior to I, before I even. Before beginnings and endings. Before imagination even. Does it imply journey? It's too difficult, this type of talk? As some people it's very difficult. No? Who is it difficult for, you see? Before even the rising of I, because the I also is perceivable. If the sense I is known. What is here? No need to imagine. A direct experience, directly known. I'm only trying to save your journey. Journeys, we had to have the taste of journey because life is like journey. Time and change and growth, success, failure, heartbreak, union, getting and losing, finding and keeping, not able to keep and losing. All of this we've tasted already now. There can only be more of this. Maybe mind is not interested. Mind seems to be the instrument for interpreting experience or for measuring change. It needs something substantial to itself to say this is weight, this is the size, this is the color, this is the time. So before all these things, why do I say before? Because you must be there. When the first thoughts arise, are you not here? From the first thought, the first sensation, consciously perceived, were you not here? With the arising of the first sensation, did it change you, the perceiver of it? And then it went. Why did it go? To be replaced by another sensation, another thought. That too could not stay with you. It had to go. And another, and another, and another. None of them could stay with you. Why they can't stay with you? Did you go? Who are you? Am I speaking about past? When you stood up, you raised a point. I was watching that thing, so that thought came and it is also gone. Beyonce came and she also went. And every other thing will come and go. What is the weakness of that which come and go? Does that one come and go also? Don't go in your mind and be thinking, oh, what is he talking about? No, stay in your heart and listen. What is being pointed at to? What is that doesn't come and go? Is it a person? Is it personal? Can you bear these questions? They are the mirror of God. You're disappointed? Can even any answer satisfy you? Some people begin to experience satisfaction even with the arising of the question. And perhaps the question also contained answer also, or revelation of some form. They didn't need a verbal or mental answer. The question already stimulated something, an introspection or something. What's happening inside?
I'm not quite sure. It seems I get to the place quite often, which is that I don't know where I am or what is speaking.
Yeah.
There's no really image of myself, but there's just a hint of something, some entity.
An entity, okay.
I mean, it's not really a fixed person, body, or anything like that, but it's just, it's not freedom as I know it to be.
Yeah. Freedom being what?
Just lack of sense of anything. When you look, there's nothing there. There's nobody there. There's no self-reference.
But where are you looking from? You said there's nobody there.
I'm not sure where I'm looking from at this current point.
Who are you looking as? What is doing the looking?
I don't know.
Because if you're looking for, what is the greatest thing you're looking for? Tell me.
The greatest thing I'm looking for is that when there's looking, there's nothing to be found. That's the greatest looking, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I guess it's the result I'm looking for.
But then the looker is there?
No looker. Gone.
No looker is there.
No looker's there.
And what would see this? What would know this when the looker is absent?
Just is. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I can't really say it.
If the looker is gone, it would mean that the looker is something tangible, something perceivable. In order to know it is gone, how will you know it is gone?
It's just gone. It's just gone.
Yeah. Yeah. But there must be something to witness the disappearance of the looker also.
Yes.
Yeah. What is that one? Is he not present now? He is to come later? What will recognize the absence of the seeker? Who is even troubled by the presence of the seeker? It must have also caused the seeking to arise. It must have caused the seeking to arise. Otherwise, you'd be out in the world looking for Beyonce.
I should have mentioned it. Yeah.
You should have met. Now from this day you are linked with Beyonce. His name is Yo. So from now it's Yo Beyonce. So you better drop that today as well. It's getting urgent. No, it's getting urgent. Let's get back to this point about something seems to be saying that the looker, the seeker must also go.
Yes.
Who is requiring that the seeker must go? One about the seeker is observed. If the seeker is observed, it implies that there is another intelligence, a deeper intelligence, in whose perspective the seeker sense arises and it is perceived. So this one that perceives the seeker must be subtler than the seeker.
Yes.
Is he here or not? Because if it's saying that the seeker must disappear, it must be presently observing the sense of the seeker. So it must be here to say. So that when the seeker disappears, you will go, now the seeker is disappeared, there's nothing to be seen. But it also sees the absence of the seeker. You see, if the mind has set this up, this scam or this scheme, where is he going to go now? Because he told you the seeker must disappear, then everything will be fine. But if the seeker is going to disappear, the weakness of the seeker must be here to survive the appearance and the disappearance of the seeker. Because the seeker is waiting for him to disappear, you see. You have to witness my disappearance,
Yes.
So this one is where now?
Which one? Sorry.
Not Beyonce, okay? And not Yo. So, that which is aware presently that there's a seeker that feels somehow that the seeker must go.
Yes.
I said, don't touch this condition. You've created a condition and it's a very difficult one to satisfy. Because the minute you say, this must go, you find it won't go. If I say, listen, for the next 10 seconds, whatever happens, don't think of pink elephants. Okay, anything, yellow rabbits is okay, but pink elephant, no. Okay, what will happen? Because if you think of pink elephants, no enlightenment.
Usually, if I could just add one more condition that comes in my head, which is that the sense of the knowing when it flips, then whatever the personality is playing said, I can't see it, that's also seen, it's so obvious, that's also seen too.
Yeah.
But somehow in the role of the identity, that
if the knowing flips, also what watches the flipping of the knowing?
Yes.
When does that come in? Why not pay attention for that? Waiting for the knowing to flip, or for Beyonce to go, or for whatever the other thing is, the seeker to disappear, is putting a condition to say, if the seeker is here, then no awakening. The very seeker is hiding the awakening. From whom? Then you make awakening into another condition. It's another thing to have to be done. By who? So if you don't touch any of these things, none of these things now, what remain? Do you need some privacy to do this? Tell me now. You have to get it today. I saw your name come up as soon you're leaving. There's two things to leave, Monte Sahaja or yourself.
This bucket of noise, yes.
Bucket of noise.
Identity.
Then not only the bucket of noise must go, but the one who is troubled by it must go also.
That's
How will he go? You must pay attention to the one who witnesses this. Does this one really have any requirement? That in which this play is going on, coming and going, but it is not coming and going, is it really concerned about any phenomenon arising or not? Can it be disturbed by its own dream? Can it be disturbed by its own play? Otherwise, you're making progress. You know, you have to cover 100 steps to reach this top floor of yourself. You have come to 98, 99. What's the last step for you to take? I don't know if this is a helpful example anyway. I don't like steps. I don't mind steps, but I mean, this kind of step, it may be useful to you. You've come so far. The purpose of presenting this to you is that something is hesitating. It seems like a step, the last step to make. But I tell you, you're already on the 100th step. Now what the mind has to say about it. Because he's the one we have to please, isn't it? Have I paralyzed you? Okay, then you must finish up our conversation then.
Yes.
What's happening? What happened? Everything is witnessable. Everything, okay. But we are giving too much importance to something that is witnessable. You put a condition, that this must go. And I'm saying, it doesn't exist. Which is true. You're saying, it must go, help me to remove it. I said, but it doesn't exist. Who is saying it must go? The mind or the pure consciousness? Listen to the one who is constant. Is it the mind or is it that absolute awareness? Is the awareness waiting for just the seeker to go? Just go, so I can just be aware. But when he goes, awareness has to be there to say he's gone. If he stays, awareness has to be there that he stays. come for satsang. He's already got it, he's gone. No more windows to fly in, everything out now. Even the bird got it. And she's called a swift, I think. So you must get it swiftly. My jokes are terrible today. Huh?
Just seem to be placing this position, I don't even know where, it's not really anywhere, but something is just, which is, it's not true, but
Is this true, this reaction? Oh, it's not true, but is
no,
that true?
No, it's very easily seen.
Yes.
It's very easily seen. Yes.
You have no respect for the seeing of it? That seeing means temporary. The thing come is going to go.
Yes.
And why are you trying to make something that is relative, absolute? Why are you trying to make what is changeful fixed?
I mean, the one that's sort of observing the is also seen.
Yes?
Yes.
So the observer is seen also.
It can't be true because then it would be finished, but it's just we're just seeing, yes. Yeah.
That's also seen.
Yes.
So what keeps on giving importance to the reaction, you see? So it's frustrating, it's so frustrating. I can't, but that also is a wave passing,
Yes.
also a cloud passing. Don't identify with this. The sense of being stuck is also weakness.
Yes.
Don't touch, don't combine with anything at all. Everything is passing. They want to say goodbye, but you keep holding on to them. Yes, I say, yes, fine. And even the one who's holding on to them, let them go also. Let him go with them also. Come on, speak up. I want to be in there with you. Tell me what is going on. That's so important.
There's some belief in this, like almost. It's just like almost, and it's not that it's true, but it's just something is wiggling, and that's seen, but I guess not entirely.
Interest, you see. Mine is coming and dressed in your favorite clothes. And she's coming and she's going, no. Oh, stop doing that. You're getting involved. Go away. So this one, also, all of it is watched now. Who is watching interestedly in all of that? See? So if there's a witness who is also interested in the scene, that witness is not pure enough yet. It also becomes witnessed itself. Also let that go. What remain? It's too easy. It's too easy. Too easy.
It seems like the neutral seer is also seen, but that's also must be tainted.
Okay, just change the scene. Just count on your fingers from 1 to 10. Just tell me, just count.
3.
Start again.
Okay. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah. Where you start?
Huh?
What was the first one?
1.
1. Okay, you be 0. One, two, three, all thoughts, all mind. So you 0. What you're doing in your head, you're counting your mind. Yeah, this thing is here, but it keeps going. 2, no, 3, no, maybe 2, 4, 4. Does the thumb count? So 0 for you. Speak from 0. Everything you mention, I throw it away. It's all trash right now. All trash. We're having a lunch. We're at the table. You're in the bin. I said, no, we have a table here for you. Beautiful sushi. You don't like sushi?
I don't like sushi.
What is in the way? What's in the way? 0. What's in the way of 0? What is 0 to accomplish? What is unacceptable about what I share? 0 is the highest. Nobody recognizes it. Nobody recognizes him. Everybody wants 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 million they want. Nobody wants to recognize 0. What it takes to recognize 0, to be 0 there? What does it take? It will replace you. Maybe the one thing you're afraid to lose, but it's the false you, it's not true. That's why I say let go of everything. You see. Don't touch anything at all, you know. And even the one who is receiving the advice, don't touch him also. And what is here? You see? Who gives value to this? You see? Otherwise, I have to send you book 1 and book 2 and book 3, and send you this video. Watch this video. Who is at 0? You see? And not somebody being at 0 also. No, not him. No, not the one who's listening. I am nothing. No, not him. Not him. He's 1 for sure. Is it useful, this conversation, or not? Yo? Explain yourself. You got now 30 seconds. What is in the way? Is there way? What is the way of 0? Something does not accept 0. If something say, look, I want to get to this place, and they say, oh, it's 3 miles to go, and you start to walk, and you get 1 mile, and you're feeling really good, and you go in the 2nd mile, and you say, okay, which direction to go? And you say, no, you're here now. You're here. You're here. So, yeah, but, I'm in the mood, man, to walk, I say, but you're here, no? You're here. Yeah, but I already made 1 mile and I have 2 more to go. No, actually, before you made 1 step, you were here. But I got to keep moving, man. Don't stop. I got to keep moving. It's a little bit like that. You don't trust the one. somebody came. They wrote to me, "I'd like to come and see you." And I took the time and I drew a map. Instructions. You get to Brixton Underground Station. You go up to Woolworths. There was Woolworths in those days. You go to this bus stop. You see there's 2 bus stops. Go to the second bus stop in front of the bank. Get 133, 109, 159, 95, 250. Any of these buses. They go up the road and 1 stop after Brixton Prison. You get off there. You boom, 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 boom. Okay? And then I'm waiting for them. 1.5 hours later, they call. I say, "Where are you?" So I'm in a town called. I'm in a place called Norbury. Norbury? We in Norbury. What happened? I went to the bus stop, and I was looking, and the man says, "Where are you trying to get to?" And I told him, and he says, "No, that's not the right bus. You have to go to this other place." I said, "Yeah, but I know where I live." You took every bus but the right bus, I told you. So if you cannot follow even that simple instruction to come to my house, how are you going to follow my instruction to get to you? And it happened also here. One time I met somebody in the market, and he told me, "I am coming, and I've been listening." I thought it was Portuguese man. He came and told me, "I've been watching you recently. I've been watching Krishnamurti, J. Krishnamurti, for over 30 years. I was watching. I'm with him. And somehow when I saw your video, I thought, but you are speaking direct." And I started to listen. So I was very impressed, and I told him. He said, "I wanted to come to Monte, but it's very difficult to get." "Okay, you have my direct invitation to come. Telephone number, everything, how to get there and everything." And what happened that I was so impressed by this man, I decided to call a satsang just for him. I was so pleased. Just for him, it's true or not? I say, "Okay, let's have a satsang. He's come. Let's make a satsang today." Let him experience satsang directly. What happened? Late. Very late. Why? He's in another town. It's true or not? He's lost in another town. Why you lost? Mind. The mind doesn't want to come to satsang. You're not conscious of it, but something is playing there. Now I'm with you, and I'm pointing something. I say, "Listen, I'm going to save you a big journey." So something is insisting that it has to be worked out this way.
Which I've seen numerous times is not true, but somehow it's easily believed again.
Okay. All right. You go sit down now.
Yes.
For now. Thank you. I will speak with you for now. Yes.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
I'm here. And it is you.
Mm-hmm.
It is you.
Mm-hmm. What it means?
It means that you are replacing me.
If I replace you, you will not be there, and I will not be there. Not as a replacement, not as an object, not there. But what you are and what I am, the only thing will be here. The mind cannot help you here. It can help you a little bit, but it cannot come all the way. It is necessary a little bit on the way, but it cannot come all the way. Somewhere you will fall away. You will not be able to come. When you search for you and cannot find one, he will have already fallen away. When you find only a weak representation, a fake identity of you, and you will say, no, that's not that. It's not photograph. It's not any of these things. It's as though some taxidermy has taken place on you. You've been scooped out and replaced with emptiness. It doesn't sound very attractive, but you know what I mean. Because if the mind exists, he's going to tell you, no, I cannot afford to be totally without me. Because who will take care of my family? Who will take care of my business? And if everything is solved, and then I alone am here, then won't I be bored? I have nothing to do. He will try and catch you even here. He's standing outside the gates of Nirvana. And he's telling you, listen, just one more thing you do. But I am also telling you, but you are already in. But you say, yes, but just this one more thing I have to do. You touch that one thing and it's going to multiply into hundreds of things. This is the great paradox. You are already the thing you are searching for. But you don't know. You remember I told you so many times, I quoted Rumi, knocking at the door. He says, I'm knocking at the door. Let me in, let me in. And the door opens. I've been knocking from inside. Still, this knocking had to happen because you don't know where you are. Please let me in, let me in. The door had to open, grace had to reveal itself. Then you realize, I've always been in. But the man telling you, it's a trick, it's a trick. Work hard. The awakened one tell you, look. Because we believe the mind is sending on so many journeys, mini successes. He's telling you, listen, whatever you need to know to keep you on the road, you're not good enough yet, you need to exercise a bit more. You know, you didn't listen to Mooji properly. Sometimes you pretend to be on my side, you know. Yeah, you know. You need to sit longer, get up early and oh God, keep believing and let down. Keep believing. Never reach. There is no water in a mirage. There's no water that you will drink in a mirage. St. Francis said what? St. Francis of Assisi, he says, what you're searching for is already the place you're searching from. He actually said that. What you're searching for is already the place you're searching from. I said, wow, he's playing with my head, I don't know what it means. You believe your mind, you see. The mind is telling you near. The truth is telling you here. The mind says, near. The mind is a mirage. He's telling you, come, you're nearly here, near. One man is going out into the desert. Tourist. He's going out into the desert. The people say, where are you going? Will you take no water with you? He said, no, I'm going for a walk. I know my way back. But there's no way back. You walk in the sand, you come back, it's changed. Yeah, it's okay. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Off he goes. And then the sun is coming up. He's walking. Nothing, no signpost. Then he looks in desperateness. He sees palm trees and he sees water. Run. He can't reach. And then he collapses. And then almost the vultures are waiting. One Bedouin come and find him and he says, brother, please come back with us. They gave him water. Come back with us. There's nothing there in the desert. We live here in the desert. We know there's nothing there for you but death. He drinks and he goes, thank you. Nice people, you. But I'll be on my way. So he keeps walking same direction. Again, thirst comes. It's a hot day. There's no shade, no trees. And again, he sees palm trees and a lovely tent. Camels, he sees. Water, nice blue water. He's not getting there. Collapses again. Another man find him. My friend, you're going in the wrong direction. Drink this water. We live in the desert. We are desert people. I know what you are seeing. It's not real. It's not real. Here is mirage. There's no water to be found there. It's an illusion. All the people live in the desert, they notice. Come back with us. Look around you. Look at all these bones and vultures landing on them. They are others that went before you. They saw what you are seeing now, mirage. They never made it. They never had any water. Come back with us. Then finally he listens somehow. Okay, and he comes and he's saved. The mind is telling you, keep going. Come with me, come. Just over the hill, just over the hill, just over the hill. You'll get to that rainbow soon. Come, come. Every picture that you see with your mind or inside your being, they are all shaped out of time and change. All that you value, all that you yearn for, all that you touch, all that you sense, all that you imagine, one day will be gone. None of it stays. Not even you as the person you think you are. Find that which will never go away. And it is here today. Here. Not especially today, but you are here today. Recognize that's all you need to do. You can't possess it. You can only discover it. If you try to possess him, he becomes like a mirage also. If you recognize him, he will never leave you. You will leave you and become him and find you are he. Don't be awake for a day or 2 days and go back to foolishness. Is it possible even? Something is taken care of each one, because perhaps if the full blast of seeing came, something may not be able to hold it. Everything, we are slowly reacquiring the taste for your own self. We love taste. We want to taste the honey. You don't want to be the honey. But here you can taste the honey, and you are also the honey. Even determination by itself is not enough. Understanding must come. And direct experience will confirm you are here, you see. But we have to overcome something. This serpent of attachment, you see. This desire for what the mind creates, to be pleased by the sense objects or the projections of the mind, and we keep waiting, you know. I want freedom, but there's still something I need to sort out first. And I say, no, find freedom first and see to sort out the thing afterwards, if it is there. If it was there in the first place. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Namaste, Guruji.
I
feel to share something. You just spoke about this story, and In fact, I just understood this story in the security booth 1 hour before.
Oh yeah?
For me, it just came now that it's just the best proof that what you were talking about, this oneness before, it looks like it was made for me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Guruji.
Yes. This oneness must be oneness beyond the concept of oneness. So it must not be oneness that the mind can understand. This oneness has no two-ness in it. Two is apparent. This one and zero for me are the same thing. It's not one as a number, it's one as a whole. So this is why I say sometimes, come out of the whole into the whole. You understand? English fun. Come out of the whole into the whole. That is the one. You see? When I say we can taste the honey, and yet you are the honey somehow. You have not exchanged anything apart from what is unreal. There is not exchanging truth for another truth. You are the full truth. But the full truth with a little bit of lie makes a bad sickness. And yet they don't mix. Like pouring oil into water, they don't mix. They will still be in the same bucket, but they don't mix. You will come to find out that actually when you recognize the truth, it was never contaminated. It was never contaminated. It was never 99% truth, 1% lie. No, it was 100% truth, 1% lie.
Thank you so much.
Okay, very good. Before you bring your question for a moment, just let's have a little moment just to... Where have we reached, you see? Because you put the question, and then you admit, I am not there. You see? Subtle thing. If you put question, automatically it means, yes, I need this question answered, which is fine, we're here for this also. But let's just see where we have reached, what have we been shown? You have not moved from when you first came this morning, but has anything changed, you see? Good change. Meaning that yes, where there was some confusion sense, it's clearly seen now that is not true. Where there was some doubt, I saw it is a construct of the mind. Looked at from this place where there's neither doubt nor belief. Can we speak like this? You see? You notice I say one thing and then mention it's that the interrelated opposite. I said it's neither of them. For experience, if you know something to be hot, it must be because you know something to be cold. You must have a sense of its opposite in order to have an assessment of what the thing is. But do you have anything to compare with pure awareness, you see? Because it is there, then all things can appear and disappear. That which is most, in a way, obvious, which is the most simple, which is the easiest because nothing compare with it, is the last thing we see. because you cannot see it dualistically. You cannot see the self phenomenally. You cannot say, I got it, thank you. You cannot have it. You can only be it. And even if you were to say, I am the self a billion times, it doesn't make you the self. If you are relying on something to tell you you are the self. You ready for now?
Thank you. It is seen that the person is not authentic, that is all reactive and therefore doesn't exist.
You have seen this?
I've seen it.
When you say the person, means every shade of it. Whatever form it may take, upside down, inside out, this way, look at him, in every part of him. You have seen it is not true in the sense that it was perceived previously. Is that you're saying?
It took my most, the person's most cherished illusion of independency.
Yeah.
So.
Can I ask then, if it is seen in such a thorough way that the sense of the person, the individual, the person, personhood, it's not real. It's a conjuring. It somehow it appears. Yes, the body is there. The body is there, but the story it's carrying is not true. Sometimes we watch these days. You go and watch a movie, blockbuster movie, Hollywood movie. Everything now there is actually there. Real cities, real roads, real cars, real rivers, real skyscrapers. All this stuff, everything is actual there. But the story is not real. You understand what I mean, no? The real trees, we don't have to say the trees are an illusion. Yeah, later, okay? All these things, is there. But what the movie made in your own head about it and who it's happening to, that is not real. The things can be things. As we said earlier, the reality of something is not, or the meaning of a thing is not in the thing itself, but in the mind of the one perceiving it. Therefore, to someone, this can be the most beautiful flower. And for another one, it's like, black magic, whoa, don't come near with me. The flower is guilty or innocent or what? It is just what it is. But the reaction is alive in each one's mind. It is the same whether we talk about the flower or a person or the sky or something. It is inside here. If you see this, that yes, perception functions like that, and especially if I have a strong sense of who I am shaped in the body, so I feel, I've got a very strong mother consciousness, or a very strong woman consciousness, or man consciousness, or, I'm Italian and this means something, or, I am this or whatever. If these identifications are strong, then it will be very difficult to really perceive them as a subjective perception. To go beyond that into a state of neutrality about them. And they will shape the things that you experience. You will bring everything into your paradigm. It has to fit in there. That cannot be called the truth. It is true that what you are perceiving is what you are perceiving. How you are perceiving is how you are perceiving. But it's not true that what you are perceiving is truth. So we all like that also. I like that I can think something and you don't know what I'm thinking. We love the privacy of personhood. We have so much value on that. But the one who is beginning to look and to see, perhaps have even suffered the restrictions and limitations of personhood, that one who perceives like this is waking up. So wait a second, you know, it is not a weakness to keep seeing from this broader perspective, beyond roles and descriptions and definitions. All of them are seen. By what are they seen? If I hold a strong position of something, that will color my seeing. If I hold to nothing, all things I can perceive. You appear to be discovering that the person, which if we hold too tightly to the person, is distorting your perception. There's too much bias there, too much prejudice, too much fear, too much desire, like this. So your perception is not free. It's contaminated. If you see this, then something may say, but you know, that's all I've ever known. You see? And some people, they express some fear is coming, but this is all I've ever known. That's been my world. And as I said earlier, you may be in a certain state for a very, very long time. You don't understand that state until you're coming out of it. Then you can have a measure of what that state was like. The one who is waking up to the limitation and the falsehood and the delusions of personhood is experiencing ever expansive, panoramic seeing, and they are not limited. And once you're beginning to feel the infiniteness of being, you will not want to go back to that. You will not want to go back into the little box of personhood. And yet, right there sometime, a little struggle may begin because it feels like something is constantly pulling you back into the shape of a person. But now you're not willing to stand for it. It becomes increasingly unbearable to be in a restrictive state because what? The bird has flown. The bird has flown, you see, and somebody keep catching, putting back in the cage. This bird is not going to sing for you. Before, I'm a happy little birdie. He's flown. He's not going to sing that song again for you. So that is already a countdown for the ego. If you've seen its limitation, it sees how it gives you a sense of restrictedness, of tightness, of fearfulness, then something begins to accept yourself, accept your seeing, accept, because the mind is going to keep trying. Say, no, it's not true. Look at this one, look at that one. And if you are in the habit to listen to it, you may forfeit your real understanding, you see. So what you have said is worth my response to it, because that's a big thing you have said. I have seen the limitations and the falsehood. I see it is not real, the person. Then if it is not real, how much time are you prepared to endorse? How much time to give him? You see? You are now too happy. Your old husband was an abuser, the mind. Now you are married to the Lord, the self itself. No? That's, oh, things are really good. And then one day, you feel alone, and the ex comes, rings the bell, ding dong. I was just passing by. I remember how nice your coffee is. Let's have a coffee just for old time's sake. You see? So what will you say? Ooh. Or shoo. Shoo. It will come, because things come to test you. But they don't come to test you to fail. They come to test you to transcend. If you change, the attitude will change to start to realize everything that's coming to you is for your good. Everything is coming because whatever comes, greater is within you. You need to transcend, you see. If you have seen, oh yes, the person, yeah, okay. It was conditioning, grew up like this, but something, the bird has flown. You were sitting on a little piece of wood swinging, now he's sitting in a banyan tree. He's not going to go back into that cage. Very good. Thank you. What's left? What's left inside? Is there anything that holds you? Who are you? What is left inside? Regard it as just force of nature. It will either come up or go down. Don't worry. Sometimes you feel you cannot come out of the state of personhood. Like waking up, we wake up as person, throughout the day interacting as person, nighttime going to bed as person. Is it true? Or is it habit? Is it belief? Belief in conditioning? Then I ask you, even this, something is aware of even belief and disbelief. That which is aware of belief is that belief. That which is aware of conditioning is that conditioned. That which is aware of identity is that identity. This moment, if you don't touch next, not the next moment, it's just thought, and not the previous moment. That's thought, memory. And not even this moment as assessment and thought. And not waiting. accepting, no promises at all. Pay attention. Holding on to nothing at all. Empty, empty, empty. If you draw a face in the sand, it may last a little bit. But if you draw a face in water, you cannot show someone in 5 seconds. If you write some words in space, it will not hold it. Somehow the consciousness is so pure, it does not need history. The person needs history. The person's sense can even be there, even after one wakes up. The shadow of personhood can still be there, but it's very superficial. It doesn't have so much to contribute. It's just a play, it's just a costume. The awareness is there before, and after. It has never changed. It is beyond change. And it is what we are. We have become so accustomed to associating with form and name, it has become an addiction, a habit. Like when we think of ourselves, we see a body, we have some kind of psychic photograph of ourselves. But that is only an image in the imageless consciousness that causes it to be appearing. This you must know deeply, but not know it as background knowledge. You are it, you see. Good satsang today? Yes. Very good, very good. Sometimes when we're going to bed, people tell you, oh, good sleep and, sweet dreams. I used to say, no sweet dreams, dead sleep, no? Because dream is still mental activity. And if you're dreaming all night, you're going to wake up, you've been tired and sluggish and so on. Okay? Dead sleep means lights out, outside, inside. And then we wake up where we're refreshed somehow. In the mind of one who is awake, in the waking state, it is as though inside is sleeping, but not like old sleep, meaning that state of pure neutrality. And everything can come, everything can appear. And intelligence is there also. So we can interact, intelligently and with great understanding, but still something inside is totally empty and quiet. And somehow in this infinite space of pure serenity, all things are flowing fine. We don't have to say anything about awakening. We don't have to tell anybody, I woke up and from this dream. No, you just be as you are. When you wake up, you don't have to tell anyone you're awake. They can see. I was giving yesterday an example which I'll tell again today. An example of Sri Ramakrishna. He said that if you take an empty bottle and throw it into the middle of the river, it will make this sound gluk, 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 while the air is being replaced with water. You know what I'm speaking? When all the air is gone, there will be no more gluk gluk. Then the bottle will go right to the very bottom of the river, and it's quiet there. The bottle will not go, listen, this is my last gluck coming. Now that's the last gluck. No, silence. A man who just dies cannot say, I'm dead. If he can speak, even his last word, I am dead, he won't complete it. When you wake up to the truth of yourself, you're not really the one saying, you look, I'm awake now. I finally got it. Maybe consciousness may speak on behalf of that absolute space. It will cause it to say, you're here in such a complete way. No? Don't feel that by being awake you're going to have to, suddenly you're going to be in super healthy condition and you're going to have all the money in the world and everything. That's not what awake means. Means you have discovered you are the imperishable one. You are the same one sitting in the heart of every being. And that's not a compliment. And nobody teach you this. It just become obvious. The greatest things we learn, we may not have studied. It could just be revealed in you because it is already there. Whatever brought you here is taking care of you. Is taking care of you. Trust it. Thank you for today. Are you full or empty? Empty? Empty is good. You want to share a quick chant? Okay, let me see.
This is a mantra to this completeness that's being discovered. If I can't get through it, I'm sure I'll have help. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Very good. Thank you. Martin coming?
Thank you, Guruji. So this music is called Alone as Everything.
Alone as
As
everything. Very
Yes.
nice.
Thank you so much.
That's good. Thank you.